Come all the way over here and it's raining. Now it's just spitting a bit, and the track for sure is muddy. I don't care about the mud. I do care about the track. Or I don't care about the track or the mud. I care about the air. If Curtis can get up and drone these horses. Now, he hasn't said anything to me yet, so I'm on my way over right now to... I'm on my way over right now. Won't work. I'm on my way over right now with Amy. She's going to get in a minute, and then we're going to... Oh, it's cold. We're going to go over and drone the 8 babies. Everything's all set up. Everybody's all ready to roll right now. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I was so proud yesterday. I woke up in the morning. We woke up about 2 weeks ago and had an email from the school saying that Abel was going to get an award yesterday. And the kids, they've been working so hard over the last little while that it doesn't go unnoticed by me. But obviously, it's not something that needs said out loud. But very, very proud of all of the kids for what they've accomplished over the last little while. Scholastically. How do you like that word? See how I threw that out? Scholastically. A big day for us at the barn yesterday. Pretty good day at the barn yesterday. Really, really happy. I was going to bring you a video on the way home, and I said, I want to watch Walter race. And okay, then we'll watch Resolute Bay race. And then I'll do a video. And then we were on our way through the border in Ontario, and I said, well, it's dark now. I'll just wait till the morning. I was hoping that we'd get up this morning and it was like, nah, it's not going to rain now. We were just joking. But it had poured all night long. I don't know how bad it rained all night long, but more than enough. It rained the entire way home and the entire way home last night. And then all night long it appears it rained. And it is chilly. 1 degree Celsius right now in your car. That's what it says, 1 degree. That's 1 degree from snow. Freezing rain is worse than rain, so I guess we're lucky in that regard. We're 1 or 2 degrees away from it being the worst weather on planet Earth, and Curtis definitely couldn't fly in that. I hope he can fly in this. Gonna get a little Starbucks for all of you guys that remember. We live 1 block from the Starbucks here in Guelph, Ontario. So Amy's off to get Starbucks. Hey, be sure to soak in all the Christmas music when... So yesterday, a big day yesterday, not just for us, but for Tim Twaddle. Congratulations to Tim. Truly, if anybody's ever met Tim, been around Tim, probably one of the most genuinely nice people you'll ever meet. And married to one of the most genuinely nice people. Sophie, I literally came up yesterday. I'm covered in mud. I'm after race 1, and I'm thinking, okay, I got to get back to Ontario. I'm trying to, where am I going to eat? Am I going to eat with the kids? What am I? Here comes Sophie around the corner with a venti, a large iced latte for me.
Not iced.
No. Yesterday I was sitting there on the sofa in the driver's room, and Sophie walked around the corner with a big iced latte and said, "Happy birthday."
Aw, that's so nice.
Yeah, she's a super nice lady. And although what came next was not as nice. She said, I didn't know what to get you. And then Meadow said, you drink girly drinks. So, and then she remembered, how good's her memory? She remembered what you ordered last time. So Meadow's memory, spot on. And Sophie and Tim, not only nice people, but obviously made some nice kids also. So just for the whole family, you can tell when you're around Tim Twaddle. When, I saw him when Forever Boy won, and anytime the horse wins. And, as much as I wanted to win the race for Tim, and I wanted to be his 1000th victory, I had kind of quietly wanted it to be with Forever Boy, because that horse has meant so much to that family. I was kind of cheering for them before. He was at 991 before we started racing our horses yesterday. He raced Forever Boy first, and I was cheering for Dave and Tim, but he was second. And then I went out in the track, and really, I thought Patrick the Piranha was the one that probably could get it done. Not his sharpest right now. We'll talk about him in a minute. But Spitfire coming off, and I tell you guys all the time, real good horses got short memories, and always bounce back. They always come out swinging when they get knocked down in the round before. And Spitfire Overseas, one of his very rare, all those races before that grouping of 3 and 4 in the early part of the summer where he raced terrible, obviously was diagnosed afterwards in what happened in Poconos. And this was really one of his rare poor miles last week. Tim had scoped him and said the great news was there was no blood, but there was some mucus found. But I had felt that in his voice. I'm trying to understand what he's conveying to me, and I felt that maybe in his voice he didn't believe there was enough mucus there. Now his liver count was a little bit high, also, I believe, a little bit. So there was stuff he could work on, but still, when you're going in behind the gate with a seasoned veteran like Jeffrey P., who I know has been coming off, probably breaking down last year and getting hurt and coming back, he looked very good in his first race in the Open, I believe, when I saw him race. I believe he beat me with Stay Close, if I'm not mistaken. So a very seasoned veteran, fresh as a daisy, and looking for a fight. And then you got some other pretty good middle of the road aged horses in there. It wasn't going to be a cakewalk for Spitfire. I didn't know how he'd get away from the gate. He got away great. Got away strong in the middle of the gate. As good as he could get away, which was a strong 4th place going into the first turn. I held position. And then nobody came, so my hand wasn't really forced. He felt like he wanted to get moved, but at the same token, you know, these aren't stake horses. These are aged horses. You might want to get out and get in the flow and rough it up and, you know, throw punches with them until push comes to shove. So I wanted to wait till as late as I could. And, you know, Spitfire is so funny. I kind of edged him out of the hole, and I let him catch his air, and I let him settle. I moved him back in for a step. I moved him back out. I moved him back in for a step. The third time I went to move him, he kind of picked the bit up. If you watch the video, he wanted to go, and I moved him over, and away he went. First over, and Jeffrey P. almost fought back to beat him, but he still stuck his neck out. He's such a competitor, Spitfire Overseas. He just raced fantastic. I was so proud of the way he raced. And then to know that it was Tim's 1,000th win as a trainer, a big milestone for a trainer, it meant a lot to me also. So congratulations. Honestly, just congratulations to Tim, Sophie, and their children. Just great, you know, Lexi and Menno. It's just they're just great children. Great children. So, next I went to Patrick. Come out in the track, and Patrick, if you watch, I told you guys last week, when he's aggressive and throwing his head, really almost like a kid throwing a temper tantrum, usually means there's a little ulcer on his palate. And, you know, Tim knew that. He was working on him. I could tell the difference. He went on the track. I let him jog around. Yeah, he was rooting his head. He always does that. He always does that. But not as bad. Going up to the gate, I put his nose right on the gate. Now, I couldn't tell how he was, but at this point, all things are going well. I got away in front of a couple of horses I wanted to get away in front of. I'm sitting behind one of the favorites, but a little odd. 1 for 36 coming in, this horse. Grand Poobah was his name. I'm watching him. I look at the program. You know, his horse at Carmen Osiello sending over. Steve Klinowski's sending it over here to Scott Betts. So he's going from one good trainer to another good trainer. But he's 1 for 36. 1, that's a lot of starts. And 2, that's not a lot of wins. So I'm getting away behind him, and I'm watching him carefully. So he's starting in the backstretch. I want the cover. I move out. Dave Pallone comes out in front with the Scott Betts horse, and I'm watching him. He's not advancing. And I can tell that 1 for 36 is about to turn into 1 for 37. So I look left quick, and I duck back to the inside, which Patrick was happy to do. And everything worked out perfect for Patrick, and he should have won. But as I said to Tim, relax. Because if this is Patrick the Piranha, who's not razor sharp, I can race him accordingly. He can race in those trips until he comes back around. You know, the idea that we're going to stop with him, turn him out, and he's just going to come back and be a killer all next year, it's not completely accurate all the time either. Patrick's pretty easy on himself and lives a pretty easy life. And I think what we'll do for Patrick is simply race him accordingly until the next time I go to move him, he wants to rip a hole in the horse in front of him, because that's when he is at his very, very best. Could it have been the flip-flops on a muddy kind of deep track? 100% it could have. but I'm not going to worry myself with what could have been. The horse was second in 53, come 28 in a sloppy track. Raced good, far from the 148-4 Patrick DePrana of 6, 7, 8 starts ago, but still a pretty good horse, and certainly nothing to pout about. Horse raced good. So we'll continue to race him in that manner until he tells me, hey, I'm ready to rock. And I'm sure that'll be at some point down the road. And for those of you saying, well, it's getting cold, maybe he just doesn't like the cold weather, keep in mind I was second in 50 and 1 in the winter with him last year when Stacy trained him. So there's that. And then I watched Walter's Keepsake. I spoke to, kind of got himself out of the race and looked like he kind of weaved through to be a part of the group in the mile. Pretty good. But that getting himself out of position, the first part of the mile, that's 2 races in a row now. You can see that right hind still bothering him a little bit. But as I said to Stacy, we can move him to Northfield or to the Meadows. There's places for Walter's Keepsake. So what do you want to do? Because Park Slope didn't get in this week, and Park Slope can definitely do in that class. Can't race Park Slope at the Meadows because the claiming price is lower than Dayton and Northfield, and really, I'm not really in a big hurry to lose Park Slope now. I know Steve certainly isn't. So Park Slope can go to Dayton and race there. Now the whole point of Park Slope is going to be bred this winter. So January-ish, she's done racing, regardless. So take her down there, get her in, race her right through to the non-winners at 10. If we can get that 10th win with her right when we want to shut her down, that would be perfect timing. But we'll see how that plays out. So I think Park Slope is going to go to Dayton. Walter's Keepsake is going to come up here. I'm almost tempted to put the hobbles on him, because this whole falling off the gate, that's not going to fly at all. So I'm not going to lose the race in the first 100 yards of it every week. I think there's a better chance that you're going to see Walter's Keepsake entered in to go at the Meadows, and the hobbles on him is what you're going to see. We had just got the hobbles on Kenobi. Jason Merriman's training him up today. He trains great with the hobbles on today. I think we're just going to qualify him Wednesday with them on, just to get a real good tightener, because it's hard to train by yourself and get a real good mile in 57, 58. And that only, for those of my partners that are greatest ending, that only plays stronger to how well he trained the other day in the mile that he was. So Kenobi's training today, so is Collector. Collector's leaving to come over here to Ontario at noon. And Kenobi, we're going to reassess him, but I'm thinking probably just qualify him and then get him in the swing of things right away. In Pennsylvania will probably be the best way to go about things. So Walter's Keepsake is coming to likely to Northfield, but possibly coming to the Meadows, one or the other, and Park Slope is going to join the Stacy Van Huizenburn in Dayton. We got to watch JK Victory. It looks like, when they go 51 in the pouring rain and the slop, those are tough horses. Now, I know that Ronnie had said he wants to shut him down. He's got to drop way down out of the open now. That's 4 starts in a row where he kind of get beat up. So probably going to race him a couple of times, and then whatever he wants to do after that will be up to him. But I haven't discussed that with him recently. I will this weekend. I don't think anything has changed about the plan. Race him, turn him out, and bring him back for next year. Start him, I believe, on the East Coast, and then have him ready for Indiana. I believe that was what the plan that Ronnie had planned out for him. And then obviously, Resolute Bay. I had texted Randy Waples last night after the race, and I said, winning a race on my birthday is great, but running down the guy who picked off the horse is priceless. It was great. Anytime James picks off the horses, I know that everybody's kind of cheering against James, and it's not mean. It's just, you're like, you didn't want to drive the horse. I hope the horse beat you. That's kind of call Curtis Wade. He just called me. He's calling me right now. So that is kind of the mentality you have. I was really happy to see Resolute Bay 1 race great. 2, Chris Christopher, who drove the horse perfect. And listen, James would have won with the horse too. It's just the way. It's just the way that it. It's just the way that it played out. Are we going to be able to do it?
What are you thinking?
2 short sets in light rain. Kurt, man. You guys are going to see it unfold live. Let me see. It's just barely spitting. Can we just get 2 real quick short sets? Oh, you can't fly in any moisture at all? Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I just thought it was more. Oh, I see. I just pulled in right now. It's barely spinning right now. It's like literally. Well, you're here, aren't you? Yeah. You don't think? Oh yeah, and don't forget you got those things in the back of this car. Like you can't go in this at all. Sorry, I can't. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I see ya. All right. Okie dokie. What's that? No, the track's a mud pit. Okay. Well, there you have it. James. He said he can't go at all if there's any precipitation. It is barely raining right now. Like, I mean barely spitting. I feel he could. He said he can't get any water, any moisture at all inside the motors of the drone. So it's a no-go. I guess we could go out and take some videos of the horses jogging around.
I can video on my phone.
Yeah, we'll watch Danny. We'll watch Danny and Johnny go by. We'll just video them.
You're gonna have to go see.
Anyway, that is that. I was doing a video when you called.
I figured that's why I want to make the question. You're still doing the video.
Yeah, I'm still doing a video. So, very happy with the way Resolute Bay raced. Great to see that horse get back in the swing of things. I know he's supposed to win those classes, but there's no gimmies ever in this game. And very, very happy with Resolute Bay. Super happy with Spitfire Overseas, and really happy to see Tim get his 1000th win. And I am happy with Patrick. If that's Patrick not on his game, it's perfectly fine. He'll come back around. Don't worry about that. And Walter's keepsake, little change coming up for him. I'm going to swing him back up towards Northfield and the Meadows, and get Park Slope down there towards Dayton. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you all very soon. I was hoping we would have two little drone sessions, Curtis. No, but what about no rain right now, Curtis? Look, you got a lot of gray in your hair, right?
It's long.
Yeah. I mean,
It's long.
you look like a homeless person right now.
I'm getting it cut next week, but I didn't want to get it cut last week because then it was too long.
You're gonna throw a little color in it? I'm just gonna go straight gray.
Sock.
You're going socky, yeah. But look, like there's no rain now.
But there is rain.
No, there's not even a drop.
No, there is, because there's 0 drops and then there's drops.
No, there's but
drops. Like
I
0
can
drops
count
now,
the drops on the windshield.
0 drop and then there's drops.
I think he doesn't want to. I think he doesn't want a drone. I think you don't. I'm just telling them that I think you don't want a drone.
Mario told me no drone in the rain.
You can't go and just give them one lap.
No.
These poor people haven't even seen their horses yet.
Bro, they're going to have to wait another week.
We're not here.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we're
guess
going
you guys
away.
are going to have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
You were rude.
Christmas Eve drone.
We'll get them droned next week. Wait, now what's next week? The open house is on
Yeah.
Sunday, the 10th, yeah?
open house over there.
I guess we'll just ship them to Northfield.
No, we'll have to. Curtis is going to have to drone them. You're going to have to drone them on the Saturday, Curtis.
Drone them here on Saturday.
Okay. We'll drone them next Saturday, I guess. But I'm not going to be here.
You'll get to see how it looks.
We'll all get to see how they look together. Anyway, happy with the way the horses raced yesterday and looking forward to the rest of the week. I didn't look at tonight.
Hello, lady.
Hi.
We have just Gypsy tonight, Easy in the Turn Sunday, and then Monday should be a lot of fun. We have Locatelli, White Tiger, Per Lucky, All Gas No Brakes, and Carter Michael Deal. Anyway, I will talk to everybody very soon. I apologize, but that is the man operating the drone, and he says it's raining a little too much. I call shenanigans. It's raining a little too much to drone, but you know what? That gives them another week to get them all going, and they'll drone next Saturday. Take care, everybody.